Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead. Time for supper and another soup. I hope you guys have been enjoying this. Actually, Uncle Chris added a soup to our playlist today too. Peace Be Still is going to add one, and I think he's going to add a couple more. And if any of the other channels would like to join in, let's make a whole bunch of recipes. So this one is refried bean soup. Excuse me, my allergies are getting really bad. But I'm going to do a couple things different. First, remember I had that half an onion left, and it doesn't say anything about onions, but I don't have anything that I'm making this week with onions in it, and I don't want it to get, you know how they get dried up and shriveled up in your refrigerator, and I don't want that to happen. So let me turn my pan on here. I've got just a tiny bit of butter in there. But I don't want this to go to waste because I thought, well, will I use it for breakfast on Sunday? Dinner on Sunday? I might use it for dinner on Sunday, but if I did or do, I would want a whole onion, so yeah. And I'm just going to dice these up really small. So it doesn't call for onions, and there is onions in like the things that are going with it, but yeah, I think what I'm going to do is, you know, I'm going to dice this up, and then I'm only going to use some of it, and then the other one I'll just freeze it since it's already diced up. Yeah, because I definitely don't want that many onions in there. So I think I'll use a little bit and then grab my bag and put it back in the bag and then just freeze it to use it another time. I think that'll work out better. I don't like the idea of something sitting in there for, you know, a week or so and then, I don't know, they just taste different. I'd rather have them frozen. So we're going to freeze those up. I think that's a better idea. And then our onion doesn't go to waste either. How about that? And then we have onions for something else. Ta-da! That works out better. So then we're going to get that cooking and get them sauteed a little bit. As long as I keep them in the pan would be good, right? Now, if you could like, share, subscribe, and you know, comment. If you want the cookbook, it'll be in the link below. I want to thank you guys for following along with me, and I hope that you've enjoyed that most of this stuff is in your pantry. I'm trying to show everybody that you can still have delicious, wonderful meals, and it comes from your pantry. Because that's what we stock up for, right? So we have it all the time when we need it. So now you remember I had leftover broth. It says I need 12 ounces of chicken broth. So I'm going to pour 12 ounces of chicken broth in here. And then I also need a quarter of a cup of salsa. You know what? I think I'm going to use a half a cup, just because yeah, I think I'm going to use a half a cup, just because I want it a little bit spicier. Not spicy, but you know what I mean? A little bit different. And you can change that stuff, you know what I mean? Now it also asks for black beans, but you know what? I forgot to have Tom bring up black beans. So use whatever beans you want. So I'm going to use my own home canned beans. I've got a can of refried beans here, a can of Rotel, and a can of corn. So I'm going to let this get cooked together a little bit, and then I'll be back. So if you notice, I'm using my smaller pan today because Tom doesn't work this weekend, and there's no need for a bunch of leftovers. So I'm going to put that salsa in there first. I just think that salsa will add some flavor. And I'm going to add a can of corn. It did not say to drain it. And I'm going to add my can of beans, which is drained and rinsed. I'm going to add my Rotel, not drained either. I'm going to add that broth to it. And then we're going to add those refried beans. And it didn't say any certain brand, so I'm just using the Great Value brand. You don't need to get anything fancy. I know this is soup week, but I think for the rest of the month, I'm going to try to do at least one soup every week, because it is getting towards soup season. Today, it's really hot out here. Like, I had to turn the air conditioner on in my car. It was so hot. Oh, and that reminds me, today I went down to go to the bread store for something for tomorrow's meal, and it's closed temporary. I don't know what's going on there. So now I'm going to just get this stuff stirred up, and you know, those beans are going to break up as you cook them too, but I'm going to get them broke up just a little bit. Now, it doesn't say to add any spices or anything, because truthfully, with all the stuff that's in there, it should be pretty spiced up. But I'm going to put this back on the stove and get it to simmering. We don't want it to boil or anything like that, just simmer. But I got to thinking, there's no reason that you couldn't add, like, if you want it really spicy, that you could add chilies or jalapenos or, I don't know, any kind of peppers. You could add more different beans. You could add, you know, anything that you have in your pantry that you think would add to the flavor of it. You can do that. I mean, it's your soup. Just because it says a certain thing doesn't mean we can't add certain things too. If you don't like corn, don't add it. And then I got to thinking, remember I made that one corn? I don't remember what it was. Was it Mexican corn or something? I don't remember what I canned, but, you know, I got to thinking, I'm like, man, that would have been really good in this soup. But even if I did go downstairs, I don't know where Tom puts all that stuff, so yeah, I would have one heck of a time trying to find it. But, you know, there's just things that you can think about that would just, I think, really add to the soup, you know, and make it your own. And I think most of you are so good about adapting things, even things like this is supposed to be a crock pot meal. And as you guys know, I don't use my crock pot. I use it to make caramel at Christmas. I'm just not a crock pot or, you know, Instapot person. I'm just not. I like to cook, or in my air fryer either. I like to cook. But anyways, I'm going to let this get to simmering and get everything to marry, like Tom would say, marry. And I'll come back and we'll do a taste test. Alright, so then I was reading it and it said some suggested toppings like cheese, green onion, sour cream, cilantro. And I thought, well, you know what? If you're going to top it with cheese, why not just add some cheese to it? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to melt some cheese right into it. Not a whole lot. Maybe a handful and a half. I've been using that cheese that I grated up. So that's a good thing too. And let that get melted inside. It's hot enough, believe me, that will melt the cheese. And if we wanted more cheese, we can add more to it. All right, take a look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I did add some salt and pepper because I just think that anything like that needs salt and pepper. So that's on me. So let's give her a taste. Alrighty. Oh, that piece has got cheese in it. Oops, I lost my tomato. Oh, well. Mmm. You guys, that is so good. So good. I definitely think this is a must try. Oh, man. And it didn't honestly need any other spices either, because with the salsa and the rotel, oh man, that's a must try. You can have it on your table within 30 minutes and feed your family. And it's not expensive either. But I got to thinking, if you have that husband that just has to have meat at every meal, you could put canned chicken in there, or you could do hamburger or sausage or anything else if you wanted to make it a meated meal. But personally, I don't think it needs any meat. So I will be just putting the lid on that till Tom gets home, and I'll meet you at the table. Hi, Tom.
Hello.
How are you?
Just wonderful.
There's dinner. I put some of those strips in there and sour cream, and somebody's already been sneaking bites.
I wouldn't do that. Sound like Steve Urkel, don't I? Did I do that?
Well, now try it for everybody else.
Didn't have any sour cream on that one.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay. What do you think?
That was third bite.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably like 6 bites then. Do you want to try your...
No, it's closer to 8, but...
Oh, okay. Do you want to try your dessert?
My lemon cupcake?
Yes. Someone got mad at me for letting you try your dessert, but I almost said eat the whole thing and then eat your dinner, but you know, I won't do that. Yum, 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 yum.
Nom, 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 nom. That reminds me of Caddyshack.
Whatever. What do you think?
Really good lemon cake cupcake.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So winner, refried bean soup dinner.
Yeah.
And
yummy.
Great dessert.
Yep.
Well, it's been a great soup week, I think. There hasn't been anything you didn't like yet. You're going to get that lady yelling at me about that, you know, don't you?
I'm over 21. I can do whatever I want.
You're not henpecked?
No.
Remember she said I was henpecked. You were henpecked, too. You really aren't henpecked?
Nope.
Wow. That's something new.
Nothing even close to it.
I keep telling people we get along. We don't have to do all that. All right. So you guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing. And goodbye, Tom.
I suppose. Goodbye, Tom.
You guys have a great night.